Strap season, where I document the journey of boxing's top contenders and also the title holders, soldiers on a mission to protect the crown at all costs. WBO title holder since 2018. Crawford started boxing at the age of 7. He fought 70 amateur bouts, losing only 12. He also defeated future champions Mikey and Danny Garcia in the amateurs. Crawford had a short reign as the undisputed junior welterweight champion. Crawford has an extremely high ring IQ. He usually comes out orthodox, using his touch jab, gauging distance, watching your reaction to feints as he warms up and finds his rhythm. This is the best time to catch Crawford slipping, because once he's downloaded all the information he needs, it's off to the races. He switches southpaw in the blink of an eye, that touch jab becomes a spear jab, and oh yeah, he might just throw that ring IQ out the window and make it an all-out brawl. He can rely on his quickness and reflexes. Crawford is dangerous off the front foot and just as dangerous counter-punching off the back foot. His relentless work ethic in the gym, his anger, determination make him a top contender at 147 and possibly 154. Born August 12, 1988 in Manchester, England, Fury was born 3 months premature, weighing 1 pound. 2 of his sisters died prematurely, so doctors didn't think he would make it. His dad named him after Mike Tyson, who was heavyweight champ at the time.
There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey, there's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw, there's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just from...
He survived, and here we are.
Joshua's a coward.
The heavyweight division, rich in tradition. Left hook from Tyson put you out of commission. Do the Ali shuffle, hustle hard in the gym, flex muscle. AJ, Usyk, Wilder, Fury, the heavyweights. Strap season 3. Moving on, they both faced Shawn Porter and had success versus him. They both had the height advantage also. They both started slow and brought a lot of pressure at the end of the fight. Porter used a lot of movement against both. Porter seemed more willing to mix it up with Errol than he did with Ugas. In the late rounds, Ugas was full of energy and Porter seemed to slow just a little bit. Porter faced Errol. He didn't slow down, but he was clearly outmatched. They both attacked the body well. Ugas loves the counter to the body. He really attacks the liver. He sometimes starts his combinations with double left hooks, first to the body, then to the head. Very sharp and quick body puncher. I think Ugas is very underrated in this department. And when it comes to Errol's body attack, we think dominance. When he gets you pinned on the ropes, it could be a long night. I feel like he attacks the body like some of the old school greats. When he really starts to dig in, he forces you to try and clinch or bite down and really fight. This is where he breaks the will of a lot of his opponents. Spence seems to punch harder to the body as the fight goes on. Props to Ugas though. He really doesn't give up much to the body. He keeps those elbows tucked in tight for protection, and he doesn't play around on the ropes, so this would be a true chess match. Thanks for tuning in. Strap season, where I document the journey of boxing's top contenders and also the title holders, soldiers on a mission to protect the crown at all costs. On deck, Canelo vs. Triple G, Saturday, September 17th, and coming this fall, Errol Spence Jr. vs. Terrence Bud Crawford.
I fancy Terrence Crawford in the fight by the slimmest of margins. I mean, you put percentages on this one, you know? You say it's a 50-50 fight. Nah, this is a 49.1 against 49.9. Almost 9, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Here we are, episode 7. Canelo takes defeat for the first time in 9 years. Moving through the ranks, undisputed at 168, made a pit stop at lightweight to take a shot at Dimitri Bivol's title. But Bivol was focused and ready, controlling the distance with his jab and his movement. Canelo didn't have much luck walking down Bivol. He had success in small doses, but found himself on the defensive plenty of times. Bivol applied smart pressure, putting Canelo on the ropes, but at a distance where he could see Canelo's counters and react swiftly. Bivol has had hundreds of fights in the amateurs, so he's seen almost every style. His amateur record, 268 wins and 15 losses. And oh yeah, unanimous decision, Dimitri Bivol. On the season 1 finale, we talked about Crawford versus David Avanesian. Crawford remains unbeaten, stopping Avanesian in the 6th round. 10 straight knockouts for Terrence Crawford. Impressive. He retains his WBO title. At the time of this video, Crawford is looking for a multi-fight deal contract. We've all seen the pictures of him and Oscar De La Hoya online. At the time of this video, they've agreed to fight on April 15th, but they haven't officially signed the contract. This fight has Fight of the Year potential for sure. Let's take a closer look at these two young fighters. Tank Davis known for his patience and power punching ability. Ryan Garcia known for his blistering hand speed and vicious left hook, along with his reach and his height, makes him a tough opponent for Tank Davis.
De La Hoya left you a message on social media wishing you luck, and they are definitely waiting for you after this fight.
You work with him?
Tank says he's not taking Ryan lightly. He knows Ryan is working hard and coming to win. Garcia, 23-0 with 19 knockouts. Let's take a look back at his last fight. Fight night, July 7, 2022. Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Garcia will face Javier Fortuna. Garcia put in a dominant performance, dropping Fortuna 3 times. Fortuna would touch the canvas in the 4th, 5th, and the 6th round. If Ryan is going to have success versus Tank Davis, he must be accurate, because Tank is great at counterpunching with lots of power. Versus Tank, he has to switch up his attack. Tank is really good at finding holes in your offense and exploiting it. A few weeks ago, Davis defeated Hector Garcia, and before that, he stopped Rolly Romero. Broly put a lot of pressure on Tank. He was eager to exchange. Before the fight, Tank said late in the fight he would find Rolly and knock him out. Rolly had success and got a little too aggressive. Let's take a look back at this fight. Fight night, May 28, 2022. Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero. This was a good fight. Rolly used his size and aggressiveness, pressed Tank most of the fight. There were some good exchanges in this fight, and just when it seemed like Rolly might get control of the fight, Tank was able to land a big counter shot that dropped him. 6-round TKO victory, and Davis will retain his WBA title and stay undefeated. Tank was patient and used Rolly's aggressiveness against him. The stars are out in full effect, making their way to the front row as both fighters take center ring for instructions. Fight night, July 29, 2023. The showdown for welterweight supremacy. It's apparent from the opening bell. Spence looks a step slow and his punches don't seem to bother Crawford. Crawford looks strong, sharp, his defense is on point. Even when Spence is able to land big punches, Crawford just eats the punch and quickly counters over the top with the left hook before Spence can get back into defensive position. In the second round, Spence overextends on a jab and is countered quickly with a 2-1 from Crawford, dropping Spence. Spence is down for the first time in his career. He shakes it off and gets up and continues to fight. Crawford jabbed with Spence, and when Spence went to the body, Crawford went over the top every time. It was surprising that Crawford was able to be so offensively potent so early in the fight. Spence landed some big shots in the 5th round, but Crawford was able to shake them off and to continue to press. In a recent interview, Crawford stated he only has 2 fights left, the rematch with Spence and the big showdown with Canelo Alvarez. He has no interest in fighting Jaron Bruce Ennis or Charlo. As for the redemption rematch, I think Spence needs to work on his weaknesses. Any mistakes made, Crawford will make you pay. So better head movement, better timing, more power, more quickness. I'm sure Derek James will address these issues. Spence is a true warrior, and he's on a mission for redemption. Salute to both fighters for giving us the fight that we wanted. Strap season. Canelo versus David Benavidez 2024. That's the new big thing in boxing. We just saw Benavidez stop Demetrius Andrade. He fought an awesome fight. He started slow, but when he warmed up, David Benavidez is hard to stop. There's no stopping him. David is big, strong, fast, and consistently trying to walk you down and beat you into submission. He finished Demetrius, dropped him, stopped him. He looked very impressive versus Caleb Plant also. His career and resume on the rise. He now wants the best of the best. The man himself, Canelo Alvarez. That's the fight everybody wants at 168. Canelo has recently beat Charlo, which was a walk in the park, and he also beat John Ryder. There's no guarantee Canelo will step up to the challenge to take on David Benavidez, but that's the fight that the boxing world is pushing for right now. Canelo is the big payday for everybody. If he doesn't face David, the WBC will probably strip Canelo. Canelo doesn't have to fight David, but I feel he will step up to the challenge and take the fight.